Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority App Guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. This is episode number 118. Let's jump right into those headlines. Telltale Games is chugging right along as they pick up yet another IP to turn into one of their now iconic episodic adventures. This time around, they're making a Batman game, and if their prior efforts are any indication, this game will likely be really good and true to form on the Batman story. The game is expected to be released in 2016. Google Play has released their picks for the best apps and games of 2015. It's a pretty standard list, and a lot of them may only be there because of their popularity or their close ties to Google. In either case, there are no real bad eggs on this list, and we encourage you to check them out. The Room 1 and 2 are among the best and most interesting puzzle games ever to land on Android. As it turns out, the developers have been fervently working on The Room 3, and that should be out Monday, January 11th, 2016. Needless to say, this app guy will be buying that one on day one because it's probably going to be awesome. Google has released a new type of advertisement that allows people to play test games in the advertisement without actually downloading the game. The hope is that the player will enjoy the experience and download the game after trying it in the advertisement. On paper, it seems really awesome, but you know how people are when it comes to ads. Last up this week, Google has announced that by the end of January, they will have completely absorbed Songza into Google Play Music. As a result, the Songza service will be shutting down permanently. There is a silver lining as Google will be helping Songza users migrate over to Google Play Music to continue using those features. For even more Android apps and games headlines, updates, and new releases, don't forget to check out this week's newsletter, which is linked in the video description below. There you'll find all the stuff we didn't have the time or space for here today. If you're so inclined, you can use the form in the written companion, which is in the video description below, and sign up for the newsletter to get it sent straight to your inbox every single week. Okay folks, it's time to take a look at the apps and games that made a big splash this week. As usual, if you want to check any of these apps or games out, you can find those links in the video description below. LEGO Ninjago Shadow of Ronin is a new action-adventure game from the popular LEGO franchise that has you playing as a group of ninjas who have lost their memories. Your job is to get those memories back and then defeat the evil Ronin to save the day. It's a fun little game to play, and as with most LEGO games, it's about as kid-friendly as this subject matter can be. It's also a pay-once game with no in-app purchases. We don't normally do app updates in this section anymore, but LinkedIn made such a huge change to their application that it's worth talking about, especially when the application was as bad as LinkedIn's used to be. The new design features sprinkles of material design, and it also appears to have taken some design cues from Facebook. The app centers around the core functions of the service, and it's so much easier getting around than it was before. If you haven't checked out LinkedIn in a while, now's the time to do so. Rayman Adventures is the latest adventure platformer game out of the once iconic Rayman franchise. This one features a bit more exploring than prior titles, and the point will be to collect all of the Incrediballs. Interestingly, Ubisoft is going with a freemium pricing model, which is in stark contrast to the prior titles, which were pay-once games that didn't have in-app purchases. It'll be interesting to see how it turns out, but so far the user reactions have been positive. Storehouse is a unique photo sharing application that creates a kind of web page with up to 50 of your photos for easy sharing. The basic idea, as far as I can tell, is that it lets you create a collection of photos which it then arranges on a web page type of layout. You can then send that link to your friends who can view them on their mobile devices or on the computer if they so choose. It's fun to use, and it's totally free with no in-app purchases. Last and certainly not least this week is Cardboard Camera. This application is meant to be used in conjunction with Google Cardboard, and it helps you create VR photographs. In other words, it lets you take photos that are meant to be viewed in complete VR. The application works surprisingly well, and some of the stuff you can create is really awesome. It's completely free to download and use, and it's now another great reason to grab at least a Google Cardboard device. Once again, I'm Joe Handy from AndroidAuthority.com. While you're here, why not subscribe to the Android Authority YouTube channel? If you're hanging out for a minute, we have a couple of awesome videos for you to watch right over there, and they're also linked in the video description below for you folks on mobile. Finally, don't forget to check out the written companion, which is in the video description below, and don't forget to sign up for that newsletter. As always, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.